Hey guys, make sure you subscribe to Adam Time Lord's YouTube channel and yeah, thumbs up, like, comment, all that lovely stuff.
Hey there guys, Adam Time Lord Fishwick here. In today's video I'm going to show all my Doctor Who DVD collection, because I have mentioned in my last video, well, a few videos ago, that I've got them all. So I just thought to show you like the stories which I've seen and say what I think about them, and if I can suggest them to you. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So before I get started, I want to say thank you to Alex Patterson from the Doctor Who Guide. He did a light video recently, and I want to say thank you so much, Alex. It really means a lot. And if you haven't seen the last few videos that I did, sadly. But I'll tell you anyway, but sadly my dad passed away a few weeks ago, and it's been such a hard time, and I've had so much support over it, and his funeral was a few days ago, and I did a speech in front of a lot of people, and if you asked me to do that before I did YouTube, I would have said no. I honestly would have said no. So I didn't get upset or anything. I don't know why. I honestly don't. But not that I'm saying that's a bad thing. But I was sad. And I think this has helped me to do that, to be that confident to do speeches like that. So I'm really glad that I'm doing YouTube, because if I didn't, I don't think I'd have been able to do that. So just to let you know that, guys. And yeah, so yeah, my dad was a really great man. He actually got me into Doctor Who. So if it wasn't for my dad, I probably won't be sitting here talking to you on a camera. I won't have all this up on my wall, and I just want to say thank you, Dad, so much for this. It really means a lot. I wouldn't have had such amazing friends like, as I said, Alex from the Doctor Who Guide. Thank you so much again for the mention. It really means a lot. And Aaron from All Things Doctor Who, Alex Goddard, Icelord99, and Hannah from My Love of Doctor Who. You know, I've had such amazing friends, and it really helped. It's really helped me, and I really enjoy having friends like that, because I have I have friends who I can relate to as well. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. It really means a lot to me. So that's what I just wanted to say about Dad. And yeah, the and Alex saying that subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it, because I love doing YouTube. I love doing it. It's one of my favourite hobbies ever. And you guys who come on and watch me, it really means a lot that you can take your time to watch me do what I love doing. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say to you guys about that. But yeah, apart from that, I want to do my video, my Doctor Who DVD collection, so enjoy. Again. So yeah, this is my shelf. I've shown you it before, but it has definitely grown, very much grown since the last time you saw it. I had to make 2 rows for this. I've even got, as I just showed you, I've just got my action figures and pop figures there, which I'm going to probably have to move. Yeah, let's get started. An Unearthly Child, a great start for the love of the greatest show in the universe, I think. It's a great start off for Doctor Who. William Hartnell, Carol Ford, Jacqueline Hill and William Russell, brilliant in it, absolutely brilliant. Definitely, if you're gonna start off with Hartnell, you've got to start off with his first story. Brilliant, I love it to bits. Apart from the cavemen story, which it drags a bit, but An Unearthly Child is brilliant. The Daleks, and dare I say that Hartnell looks fucking amazing in that cover. Sorry for swearing, no, but he does. The Daleks is such an amazing story to start off. How, like, what the planet, how the Daleks were, how it mentioned that they were in. There was a war between the Daleks and the Fowls. Well, the Khalids and the Fowls. It's brilliant. I love the Daleks. I can watch it anytime. The Edge of Destruction, underrated, I think. I think yeah, I can probably see why a lot of people are not a massive fan of this one, but I've got a really soft spot for it. Yeah, it's a nice 2-parter. I love it. It's good. Marco Polo. Now, before I get started on Marco Polo, yes, I know it's a lost story. I do have the lost stories. They're actually on my laptop, so I am thinking about getting them transferred onto disc, because I have the reconstruction versions. Everyone, it's just that I just don't have them as a case. So if you're thinking that I don't have the lost stories, I do. They're just on my laptop. I do have some Big Finish there. Don't know if you can see that though. Yeah, because I'm standing in a chair right now, so I can't really show you it properly. But they're Big Finish, and it's got Hartnell and Troughton. So at first, I don't know if it's completely true though, but I've heard that that they're not actually lost stories, so they're just like stories which weren't going to be curated, but they're just on there. That's what I got told. I don't know if it's completely true because I've not listened to them yet. But yeah, to say I do have the lost stories. They're just on my laptop. So yeah, Marco Polo. I haven't seen every lost story though, but I've seen Marco Polo. Yeah, it's an alright story. I think it's good. I don't remember much of it though. I remembered I was enjoying some bits because I've got the reconstruction versions. I would like to get the audios, but I don't know how you can actually buy them. But you know, someday I might just do what I did before. But yeah, Marco Polo's a decent story. I like it. The Keys of Marinus. This one's a really good one. I really enjoyed this one. If I were you, and if those people who are watching this and who haven't seen it yet, I suggest that you should go off this video right now and go and watch it for those who haven't seen it, because I warn you now, I'm going to tell a spoiler here. So those who have seen it, you can stay on because you know what's going on, but those who have seen it, I suggest that you should pause this video and go and watch the Keys of Marinus, and then come back to here and then continue with it, because you'll know, because I'm going to spoil it for you. I like how Ian was on trial. I can't remember what he was guilty for now. Again, it's just I've only seen it once. It's been a while since I've seen a few Hartnell stories though, but I remembered they were trying to find these keys, obviously because it says keys on it. I can't remember for though. I honestly can't. I'm so sorry, guys, but I remembered really enjoying it. It's a brilliant story, and I remembered Ian being on trial because he did something. But yeah, it's a brilliant story. I love the Keys of Marinus. The Aztec Special Edition. I don't know if you guys are going to hate me for this though, but I found it a bit overrated. Yes, I do like the speech that the Doctor gives saying that you cannot rewrite history, not one line. I thought that speech was really good. Again, spoilers again, go and watch it. So, I remembered the Doctor, I think he was getting engaged to someone. I cannot remember. As I said before, I've not watched it Hartnell for a long while, but I remembered him getting engaged. I don't know if that's completely true though, but yeah, it's a good one, but I find it a bit overrated. But that doesn't mean that I don't like it though, but it is really good. The Censorites. I wasn't a fan of this one when I watched it. I thought it was alright though, but it wasn't one that I enjoyed watching though. Yeah, the Censorites were cool. I liked them, but other than that, I just didn't enjoy it that much. I don't know, I need to rewatch it again. My opinion might change then. The Reign of Terror. I really enjoyed this one. This is one of my favourite Hartnell stories. Again, guys, I'm just gonna give you spoilers here because I like to talk about the story. So go and watch all the episodes. You don't have to, because I'm not forcing you. You can take your time with it though, but I'm going to give spoilers out. But you know, those who have seen it, you can stay on to this video. But you know, if you haven't seen it and you're not that bothered about spoilers, then go ahead, you can continue with this. But yeah, The Reign of Terror, it's a brilliant one. The Doctor gets trapped in a building and it gets set on fire, and a boy saves him, and Susan, Ian, and Barbara get kidnapped and go into one of the French French's prison. And I remembered that this guard fancied Barbara, but yeah, I remember the Doctor you know, as you can see him there, he's dressed up really nice and cool. But I think, I'm not sure if it was right though, but I think that part 2 or 4 or 5, I really don't know what, but a few episodes on here are animated because they were lost, but they got but they were animated though. But not every episode's animated though. So yeah, it was good to have to have animation in it. I think they should do that in every Lost story though. But you know, it's the money, and you know, the BBC, I don't think they have the money to do that. I don't know, but it would be great one day to have every Lost story to come back to us. That would be brilliant. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, The Reign of Terror. It was really brilliant. I absolutely loved it. Planet of the Giants, and look, I haven't even opened it yet. I don't know why. But I thought this was okay. I don't think I paid much attention to this one. I was watching it though, but I don't know if I don't remember much of Planet of the Giants. Again, I need to watch it again because I don't know. I was watching it. I remembered that though, but I think I was also doing something as well. So I can't say much about Planet of the Giants though. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. But if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. The Dalek Invasion of Earth, and my god. I know I'm going to sound typical, but I freaking love the Dalek Invasion of Earth. It's actually my all-time favourite Hartnell story. I know I'm being typical and awkward because, you know, everybody will find this one amazing and overrated though, but I think it's amazing. The Daleks are threatening. I remember Peter Capaldi saying that he remembered this one very well when he was a kid and when he was growing up and watching it. I think Susan had such a nice ending for her, and it was really sad that, you know, that she had to go because the Doctor knew well that he knew well that she would have had a better life with David than the Doctor, and I really hope that the Doctor, the 12th Doctor, will go back and see Susan since that the first Doctor's going to be in the Christmas special. I really want the Doctor to go and see Susan before he regenerates. That is one of my wishes. But honestly, I can never ever forget the famous speech ever by Hartnell, and I'm going to say it right now. I want you to belong somewhere, to have roofs of your own. With David, you'll be able to find those roofs. Live normally like any woman should do. Believe in my dear, your future lies with David, and not with a silly old buffer like me. One day I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back. Until then, there must be no regrets, no tears, no anxieties. Just go forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine. Goodbye, Susan. Goodbye, my dear. The Rescue. Only a two-parter. I have seen it. It's, I think her name's Vicky. I'm not sure. Sorry, guys, I'm not the best person to talk about 60s Who. I'm more into the 70s and the 80s when it comes to classic Who. I've seen it once, and I know it's a two-parter, and I think her name's Vicky. I'm not sure. I know it's her first story, and yeah, I think it was a nice two-parter from what I remembered. And yeah, if you like a nice two-parter, then I recommend The Rescue. The Romans. I have seen it, but again, I cannot remember it. I can't remember if I liked it or not, but yeah, from what I actually remembered, I think I liked it. I think Hartnell was good in it. Sorry, guys, I don't have much to say about the Romans because I hardly remembered it. So sorry about that, but I need to rewatch a lot of 60s Who. So yeah, I will come back to you on the Romans again. I might review it next time I see it, actually. But yeah, the Romans. The Web Planet. I've seen half of it. I remember. I enjoyed it, yeah, but I've been told by some people that some people like it, some people don't. People find it underrated. Some people not a big fan of it at all. I think they're called the Zarbi. I remembered the Zarbi, if that's what they were called. Yeah, they were all right. I think I remembered in An Adventure in Space and Time when William Hartnell's granddaughter comes up to him, you know, saying like, I wanted the Bussermen to come back. I thought that scene was cute. It's like, we did them at school. Saying that I want the Daleks to come and you can fly on their backs. My Sampad's Doctor Who, and he can do anything. I thought that was such a cute moment. Oh, that's the only thing I remembered about being told about the Tharpies. The Web Planet, I enjoyed from what I remembered of it. I've only seen half of it. I've not seen it all though, but yeah, I liked it what I saw. The Space Museum, I've not seen it yet, but I've been told it's underrated. It's a two-parter with the Space Museum and the Chase. But I've been told it's underrated. I know it's a two-parter Dalek story, if I'm correct. I haven't have much to say about the Space Museum, so I wouldn't know. So, you know, there's quite a few Hartnell and Troughton I've not seen, so instead of me just not saying much about them, because I just don't think you want to be hearing me saying, like, there's nothing much I can say about them. Just tell me in the comments what do you think of it if you've seen it, and tell me if I should watch it or not. You know, I will watch every story at one point though, but just tell me in the comments what you think of it and see if I should watch it, like, just a suggestion. But yeah, I don't know anything about the Space Museum, all that I know it's a two-parter Dalek story, from what I believe. The Chase, again, as I said, I haven't seen this one. The only thing I know about it is that the Doctor just comes out of one of the Daleks saying, "We are the Masters," and he just does that proper awesome William Hartnell chuckle going, That's like the only thing I know about it though. But I am considering watching these two stories because they do sound fantastic. But yeah, I will try and watch. I will watch these recently. I will, again, as I said, of the Romans, I will probably review them at one point. The Ark. Not seen it at all. Don't know anything about it, and plus it's not. I haven't even opened it yet because it has $6.99 there. The only thing I know about it's Dodo's first story, which is a shame though because I know most of her stories are lost actually. Same with Stephen as well, because the only stories which have actually survived is this one, the Gunfighters and the War Machines. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but I've been told that the Ark isn't that good, so I don't know, should I watch it or shouldn't I? Tell me in the comments if I should. Yeah, I don't know anything about this apart from it's Dodo's first story, so I don't have anything to say about the arc. The arc. Not seen it at all. Don't know anything about it, and plus it's not. I haven't even opened it yet because it has $6.99 there. The only thing I know about it, it's Dodo's first story. Which is a shame though, because I know most of her stories are lost actually. Same with Stephen as well, because the only stories which have actually survived is this one, the Gunfighters and the War Machines. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but I've been told that the arc isn't that good, so I don't know, should I watch it or shouldn't I? Tell me in the comments if I should. Yeah, I don't know anything about this apart from it's Dodo's first story, so I don't have anything to say about the arc. The Time Medley. I've only seen part 1. I can talk to you about part 1, but I can't talk to you about the rest though. But all that I know, it's brilliant. The only thing I remembered about it is that I think it's Stephen's first story. And I remember the Doctor saying, "Don't call me Doc, do I make myself clear?" I thought that was funny. And I remembered the cliffhanger that the Doctor got trapped in a cave. I'm not sure, but I remember the Doctor getting trapped. But I've been told this story is fantastic. I heard it's brilliant. Loads of people I know saying it's brilliant and I should watch it, and I will do because it does look brilliant anyway. Even the title, The Time Medley. So yeah, I'm gonna consider watching this one. So fill up your glasses and join in the song. The Lord's right behind you and it won't take long. So come on, you coyotes, and have a join in the song. I don't know the rest. In the Last Chance of Saloon. The Gunfighters. I don't really like this one, and Aaron despises it. And yeah, I just don't like it. Well, I don't mind it. I can watch it, but if you ask me to come and watch it with you, I would just probably just say, right, okay, I won't be that bothered. But I'll watch it though, but it's not one that, that I'll watch, if I wanted to, or if it's a rainy day. I'll probably only watch it if I'm doing a marathon of Hartnell. But no, the song there's a song in it which I just sang then it's called The Last Chance of Saloon, and it plays like every 5 minutes in every episode, and it's so frustrating. And it's more like an American story. I know that we've had like Series 6 and a bit of Series 7 was a bit American and the movie, but this though, it's just not all that. I mean, Hartnell is brilliant in it. I love every Doctor in every bad story though, because that's the only good thing that keeps me hooked when I watch bad stories. But no, I'm not a fan of this one. It's not one of my favourite ones, and Aaron from All Things Doctor Who despises it, and I don't blame you. But yeah, I do not recommend the Gunfighters to any of you who are watching this at all. The War Machines. I I watched this with Aaron when we were doing the Ultimate Vlog. I didn't have it at the time though, but Aaron did. And, well, obviously I've got it now. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I thought the machines, they were very creepy. And yeah, I love how how the Doctor just put the keep out sign on the TARDIS, and I think the pilots from Series 10 did a nice callback from that. And we don't know where Dodo went. She just seemed to disappear, never to be seen again, like all the Lost Stories. But yeah, I really enjoyed The War Machines. I thought it was a classic story. I definitely recommend watching this. It was really good, and I believe it's Polly's first story as well. I think Ben is in this one. I'm not sure. I think he is, or he might be. He might have turned up in a Lost Story. I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I definitely recommend it to you if you're gonna start collecting Hartnell. Now we come to an end to Hartnell's era. We're on the 10th planet. The Mondasian Cybermen, yes, they are very, very creepy, and Peter Capaldi, he loves the Mondasian Cybermen, and I am so glad he got them back in Series 10. I think the Mondasian Cybermen are very creepy, because they look like they've got human hands, because you can still see that they're half human, half machine, which I find really creepy in the Cybermen. And from what the Christmas special for this year is going to be, it looks like that it's going to be based a bit of that because Hartnell, obviously he wasn't well at the time, so he wasn't on set, and in the story he just wanders off somewhere. So I'm guessing that wherever the first Doctor goes, he's gone to meet the 12th Doctor. So if that's true, I'm going to give Stephen Moffat a round of applause, because he's just basically given given where the first Doctor went, and if that's true, then I'm going to give him a round of applause, because I think that's brilliant. But yeah, I am looking forward to the Christmas special, and I'm really hoping that Stephen's going to do well in it, and I really hope what I've just said then is true, because I think that'll be brilliant and genius. The 10th Planet, yeah, brilliant story. Again, I watched this with Aaron from All Things Doctor when we was doing the Ultimate Vlog at the time. The Mondasian Cybermen, their voices were, their voices were sounded a bit like the Daleks, as you've seen in Series 10. They're still like that, though, in here. But yeah, good story. It's good to introduce regeneration to everyone. How mysterious it was to people who watched this for the first time and wondering what regeneration meant and what it's going to cause to this day and age. Yeah, I love the 10th Planet. It's brilliant. I love it. And just to say, guys, I'm going to end it here. Well, for you, it'll be a few seconds though, but I'm going to end it here because I'm getting tired now and it's getting really dark, and I'm going to leave it from there, but I will continue with this. It will take me quite a while to get to this stage, but for you, it'll be a few seconds. So in your case, I'll be seeing you in a few seconds, and also I'll be going to Manchester tomorrow, and I'll see if I can get some stuff, and if I do, I'll do some I'll do some unwrapping whatever I get after when I've done my DVD collection. So yeah, I shall see you when I get to Troughton. So I will see you in a few seconds. I'm gonna have to move over to further on into the shelf here, but Power of the Daleks. I loved it last episode, story really, that everybody has been wanting to see for God knows how many years. I remembered when I first didn't know about Lost Stories, I tried to get Power of the Daleks, and for some reason I couldn't, so yeah. But Power of the Daleks, it's brilliant, I love it. The animation's good, could have been better, but the story is fantastic. It's brilliant. I love Power of the Daleks. I think, to be honest, I don't know if it's me, but the Daleks are actually pretty creepy in it. I don't know if that's just me. Well, the Daleks are supposed to be creepy in the classic era. Well, I think the Cybermen are more creepy though. But yeah, Power of the Daleks is such a great gem. It shows how it explains regeneration and all that. Ben and Polly, they're brilliant. And yeah, that's all I've got to say for a fantastic story about Power of the Daleks. I have the Case of the Highlanders somewhere. I do have it. As I've explained in my story with the Lost Stories though. I do have the Lost Stories though, but yeah, the Underwater Menace. I haven't seen it yet. But I've been told different things about the Underwater Menace. People have been saying it's a good story, but I think there's reconstruction in this, from what I've been told, and I heard that spoils the story. I don't know. I've heard so many different opinions about the Underwater Menace. I don't know if I should watch it yet. I'm not in a rush to watch it though, but it's an interesting one that I'm interested to see. I don't know if you can see it though, but I think there's a bit of artwork on there because you can see Jamie. His face is a bit, CGI'd, but it looks interesting. It does. I really would like to see what the whole thing is about it. So yeah, The Enemy of the World. Oh, my favourite Troughton story of all time so far from what I've seen. I love it so much. It's brilliant. I adore every single minute of it. Salamander, which is also played by Patrick Troughton, and obviously the Doctor, played by Patrick Troughton. The Doctor, Pat, playing two roles is just magnificent. It just shows how much of a great actor Patrick Troughton is. I just love how that you can see the Doctor as Patrick Troughton. You can see how good and lovable he is, and then you can see him. You see him as Salamander. You just absolutely hate him. God, this is the reason why I love the Enemy of the World so much, because it's just how magnificent Patrick Troughton is. I like in the beginning of the beginning of when the Doctor runs down to the beach, and I've done my own version of that on YouTube. So yeah, you can check that out. It's a bit cheesy though, but I like it. But honestly, Enemy of the World, I absolutely recommend you get it or watch it if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, I can't really say much about it. All I can say is magnificent. 1,000 out of 1,000. That's how much I love it so much. Now, on to the next row. For Web of Fear. Yeah, it's a good story. It's a shame that they couldn't rescue part 3. It's just the reconstruction version, which is alright. But I'm glad that everything else got survived. I'd rather have that than nothing. Yeah, good story. It has the great intelligence in, and it gets mentioned again in the Snowmen, with the 11th Doctor in Series 7, and it's the first story to see the Brigadier, but he's just I think he's just a regular soldier at the time, but yeah, it's a good story. I really like the Web of Fear. The moon base, again. You're going to kill me for this, but I haven't seen the moon base yet. Yeah, kill me, shoot me down. I know, I deserve it. I've heard it's absolutely brilliant. The Cybermen are creepy. I love the 60s Cybermen. They made the 60s Cybermen were very creepy. And I heard the animation is magnificent in this. I think I've seen bits of it, but other than that, I can't really say much about the moon base. I haven't seen it yet. God, I really need to see more 60s Who. I really do. But when it comes to the 70s and the 80s, I can talk to you more about that. Well, the moon base, it really does look, it honestly does look amazing, and I cannot wait to watch it. Tomb of the Cybermen, and what can I say? This is a brilliant one. I absolutely love Tomb of the Cybermen. The Cybermen are so creepy in it. I generally just love it to bits. I like the conversation that the Doctor and Victoria have, saying like when the Doctor says to Victoria, saying like, our lives are different to anybody else's. That's the exciting thing. Nobody can do what we are doing. I thought that conversation that the Doctor and Victoria had was really good. That's why I love Pat so much. I definitely recommend Tomb of the Cybermen to you, especially the special edition, because I love the cover. The normal edition's cool, but I prefer the special edition because that's me being me. The Ice Warriors, not seen it yet. I've heard mixed opinions about this one. I've been told that the Seeds of Doom is more better. Not the Seeds of Doom, the Seeds of Death. I keep on getting mixed up there, guys. Leave me alone. Yeah, gonna call it Seeds of Death again. The Ice Warriors. I've heard mixed opinions about the Ice Warriors. People have told me it's good. People have told me it's bad. The Ice Warriors have been told is a bit tatty, but I don't know. So you can't really judge me on this story because I've not seen it. And there's stories on here I haven't seen yet. So if I say I haven't seen it yet, can you just like suggest me if I should watch it or something like that? But yeah, it does look, in my personal opinion, it does look good. The Wheel in Space. Not seen it. It's a lost story. It's because you can see that I've printed it out because it looks terrible. How I've managed to put it in the case. There's no disc in it. I know I said that I've got the reconstruction versions on my laptop, but when I want to like convert them onto disc, and I just want to put them into these cases, so I have printed a few out. I had the Highlander somewhere, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, the Wheel in Space. If this ever gets found, I'm going to be very happy because I've heard some great stuff about the Wheel in Space. The Dominators, not seen it yet. I've heard few things about the Dominators. People have been telling me it's alright. People have been saying that it's not the best though, but I'll give it a watch. The colour looks interesting actually, in my personal opinion. The machines look cool. So yeah, I don't know anything about the Dominators, but I will look forward to watch it though. For Mindrobber, very good story. It's a good story of riddles. I think the making and the ideas of this is fantastic. I like everything in the Mindrobber, and plus for those modern fans out there thinking that we had a superhero first in the Return of Doctor Mysterio, that is where you're wrong. We had a superhero in the Mindrobber. So yeah, for those who don't watch the classic era and you're watching this right now, you've just learnt something. Yeah, the Mindrobber is really good. I definitely recommend that you should watch this. The Invasion, a bit overrated in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, it's good. I did enjoy it though, but I think the only famous thing about this story is when the Doctor gets shot up the arse by the Cybermen. He does that famous run, which I have done in a few videos myself. Yeah, it's a good story. I like the Invasion. I need to rewatch it again actually. But it was a really good story. I liked the Invasion. The Crotons, not seen it yet, and I've heard that it's very, really bad. And I'm in no rush to watch the Crotons yet. So that's all I've got to say about the Crotons. The Seeds of Death. Again, surprisingly enough, I've not seen it yet. Yeah, as I said constantly before, my knowledge for 60s Who is not the best. But I've heard it's really, really good. I like the cover. It's the special edition, and I cannot wait to watch it. The War Games, fantastic, brilliant. It's a 10-parter, and believe me, it does not drag at all. It is fantastic, brilliant. I love the War Games to bits. Troughton is magnificent. Everybody's magnificent in it. The regeneration is really cool. The plot line is brilliant. I love how the Time Lords force the Doctor to regenerate. I thought that was brilliant. I like a bit of the plot line of they end up in different time zones in different wars. I thought that I think that's brilliant. And I love how the Doctor just has his choices who he should change into. Just like I says, oh, he's too old, oh, he's too fat, isn't he? No, that one's too young. I just like when he says, stop making me giddy. Yeah, that's my terrible Patrick Troughton impression. But fantastic. It's a great way to end the Second Doctor and Jamie and Zoe. It's just so sad that Jamie and Zoe forgot about the Doctor and they turn up in their own time zones. And I hope that Jamie and Zoe will turn up one day. I really hope so. But fantastic way to end the Second Doctor's era. Now, on to the Third Doctor, John Pertwee. Spearhead from Space. Classic. Love it to bits. Great story to introduce the Third Doctor, John Pertwee. The very first story to be in colour. Which is really good. I don't know how long Doctor Who was off air for when this first came out. I think it's a great start for the Third Doctor, new companion and all that. And I like how the Doctor was how he was kind of like thinking on his feet. That's mostly what
what the Third Doctor's era is mostly about, really. Just the Doctor thinking on his feet because he hasn't got the TARDIS. Because the Time Lords have banded him from his TARDIS, so he's stuck on Earth. And I like how the Doctor thinks on his feet. He's a very he's a very karate dandy man Doctor, and this is why I love the Third Doctor's era. It's just like the Doctor thinking on his feet and all that. Yeah, Spearhead from Space, one of my favourite John Pertwee stories to start off with. I like the wheelchair scene when the Doctor escapes from these men in a wheelchair. I thought that was hilarious. I love the Third Doctor, and I think this is a gem of a story, and I definitely recommend that you should go and watch it. Doctor Who and the Silurians. Good story. I really like Doctor and the Silurians, but it's basically the same thing, but with but I think series 5 two-parter, the Hungry Earth and Cold Blood were basically the same thing, but it was just with Brigadier blowing up the place, and also in the modern era it's written by our future head writer Chris Chibnall, and I hear he's a fan of the John Pertwee era, so I'm hoping that we're going to get a bit of that. I really hope so, and it will be interesting to see it with Jodie Whittaker. Yeah, Doctor and the Silurians, I really like it. I've only seen it once, I can't remember much of it though, but I do remember really liking it. And I liked how the Doctor got annoyed with the Brigadier because he was trying to get peace with the Silurians. Brilliant. I can't say anything bad about it. From Ambassadors of Death, which I have not opened yet, and that means that I've not watched it yet, but I've heard it's really underrated. I am interested in watching this, though. I might watch this next, actually. It does look really good. Yeah, just heard it's underrated. I can't really say anything about it because I don't know anything about it. But trust me, I've seen a lot of 70s Who. So yeah, this is like the only few of the ones that I haven't seen. So yeah, I can't wait to see this. Inferno. What can I say about this? Absolute masterpiece. My favourite John Pertwee story ever. I've ever seen, ever. Love Inferno. I love everything about it. The setting, the storyline, how it's made, the direction, the acting, brilliant. I liked how it's in how it's in a parallel universe. I think that's fantastic. So it's not the first time that we've had a parallel world Doctor Who story, because obviously series 2, and I love it. John Pertwee is amazing. I love the ending to it when the Doctor escapes and then he comes back, and then he insulted the Brigadier earlier. I forgot what he called him though, but I remembered him calling him a nitwit at one point, which I thought was hilarious. I love the Third Doctor, brilliant, classic. I absolutely recommend Inferno to you. It is brilliant. Terror of the Autons, the Master's first ever story to be introduced, and my God, his character will go down into Doctor Who history, even to this day. He's a fantastic villain, and I couldn't ask anyone better than Roger Delgado to play him, the original Master. He is fantastic as the Master, brilliant. Everything that he does is brilliant, and you're just scared of him all the time. I love him. I absolutely love him. And this is a classic story itself. I think Roger Delgado's master is very menacing. That's what I love about him so much. I think this is a classic story. Definitely one to watch on a rainy day, or if you're in the mood for a Third Doctor story. It's brilliant. I love it. If you want a good master story, I definitely recommend you watch Tale of the Autons. Which one to review? The normal edition or the special edition? The Cause of Axos. I've only seen it once. It's been a while, so I can't say much about it though, but I just remember that the Doctor's still stuck on Earth. I think it's a brilliant story, from what I remembered of it. I like the special edition better because at the time I got the normal edition from a second-hand shop. It was just there, and I didn't really think much about it. I just wanted to get it for, collecting reasons. I really enjoyed watching it. But then I saw the special edition, and I think I've always admired that one. And then I was nearly up to the end of the Third Doctor at the time, and I just saw the special edition then as go on then, because I think I like this cover much more better than that one. But yeah, brilliant story from what I remembered. I did enjoy it, and again, I recommend you watch it, and I think the accents are really good and creepy. The Mind of Evil, brilliant. I love The Mind of Evil. It was recommended to Charlie Turner, a good friend of mine. He suggested that I watched it because it's his all-time favourite from John Pertwee, I think. Is that right, Charlie? But yeah, I know that you really like it though. It's a really good story. I think it's brilliant. I think the weapon in it is very very threatening. I wouldn't like to go near it at all if it was real, because I don't want to go inside my nightmares. But I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah, the Master is brilliant yet again. Brilliant. I can't say anything more better about it. It's absolutely, it's a classic John Pertwee story. But for now, just to say to you guys, I'm just going to have a bit of a break because this is very shattering. Adam standing on a chair and going up onto his DVDs and getting them all out. It's very hard, so I'm just going to have a bit of a break, so I shall see you in a bit. Okay there guys, it's the next day now because I had things on, so I'm back. Connolly in Space. Not seen it. Don't know anything about it. Sorry. I know I said I've seen 70s and 80s Who, but not all of them, but I've seen most of them though. Connolly in Space. I heard it's underrated, but other than that, I don't know. It looks interesting because I like the way the Master is dressed up as, because Roger Delgado's Master is always a master for special. He always likes to dress for the occasion. It looks cool. Yeah, I can't really say much about it really. I like the cover to it. Yeah, that's all about it. Sorry that I can't say much about it though, but it looks interesting. The Daemons. I haven't seen it, but it looks amazing. I've been told it is amazing, and I definitely want to watch this one. I've seen a video of Peter Capaldi being on the fan show, and he was talking about this episode, and he really likes it. So I'm taking it from Peter's. From what Peter says, so he said it's brilliant, so I know it's going to be brilliant. I know it's brilliant, and I remember Darren from All Things Doctor, he said it's a classic, so I might watch this one next. Not sure yet. There's so many I still want to see,
but this honestly looks good. I love the cover. The Master is dressed for the occasion again. The dames look really creepy. The Doctor looks awesome. And yeah, this cover looks amazing. I just love it. And I cannot wait to watch it. It honestly looks amazing. Day of the Daleks. I've only seen it once. It was good. I liked it, the Doctor and Joe being on the motorbike. I think that's one of the famous, well-known scenes. I think that's just my opinion. I remember Katie Manning saying on Doctor Who: The Ultimate Guide, saying that was one of her favourite scenes. I think the Daleks are they sound a bit weird in this one. I think they're much more better in Death to the Daleks, well, which I will get up to though. But yeah, it's a good story. I like Day of the Daleks. I need to rewatch it again because I can't remember everything, but I remembered really liking it, and I can't wait to watch it again. So, but I think I prefer Death to the Daleks better. So yeah, that's what I think of Day of the Daleks. The Curse of Paradon. This is a two-parter. Well, it's connected to another story. It is, let me just have a look. It's the Monster of Paradon, which is the next one to this, and something's just falling over. If you didn't hear that, but the Curse of Paradon, I haven't seen it yet, but I remember this appearing in the series 10 episode, the Empress of Mars. So I don't know much about it though, but I know it was a reference to it though. So I got, from what I got told. Yeah, I don't know if it's this one or Monster of Paradon, but I've heard that the Ice Warriors become friends with the Doctor. I don't know if it's this one or the other one, but I'm interested to see it though. It looks really good, and I can't wait to see it. The Mutants. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't even opened it yet. I heard this is not the best story. I heard the Mutants are alright, but I don't know anything about it. The cover looks good. I like how the Doctor's got hold of the torch. I'm interested in what that is. Yeah, I've just said it's an alright story, not the best, but again, I can't wait to see it. The Time Monster. I've not seen it. Sorry, guys. Again, I apologise. I know I said that I've seen a lot of the 70s here, but there are a few on here which I haven't seen. It's mostly Tom's era I know more of. But I haven't really seen this, so, but I heard it's okay. Not the best, but I heard it's alright, but I don't know. It looks okay. I like the cover to it again. I like the Master there and the Doctor facing each other. And yeah, and I'm interested on what's happening here, and I can't wait to see it. Which one should I review again? The Three Doctors classic. As you can see, I've got the normal edition and the special edition. Not that I like to be a completist. I do sometimes though, but the only reason why I've got it twice, I originally got the normal edition from a second-hand shop because it was there and I couldn't resist. And I got this from one of Visitation's box because I had no choice but to get it, because I was still after. There was a few episodes which I already had, and there was a few that I needed, so I had no choice but to get the Three Doctors. But what can I say about the Three Doctors? Classic. I love it so much. I think Hartnell is brilliant. I know that he was only
he was only reading his lines on the screen, so he couldn't officially be in it though. But it was nice to see him though. I'm glad that he could manage to make it from how ill he was at the time. Troughton just does it. He is brilliant in The Three Doctors. Troughton and Pertwee are just, their chemistry is what keeps this magnificent story alive. I love it. Omega definitely needs to return. He is brilliant, even though he was in the Ark Infinity, but he would be brilliant in the modern series. I wonder if Jodie Whittaker would get him. I don't know. Would that suit Jodie's Doctor? I don't know. Since it's a female Doctor, but I'm sure they'll fit. I'm sure she'll be brilliant with it though. It might be another multi-Doctor story if we get it, because I know how many people have been wanting Omega to come back. I definitely do. He's brilliant. And if you want to get a great multi-Doctor story, I definitely recommend The Three Doctors. Carnival of Monsters. I've only seen a bit of it. I haven't seen it all, but I liked it from what I saw. But I can't really say because I haven't watched it all though. Charlie absolutely adores this story. It's brilliant. he thinks it's an absolute classic. He really does. I've asked him, and he never stops talking about it, saying how brilliant it is. I love it. I liked it from what I saw. It was good. I remember the Doctor having a fight with someone on a boat. I remembered one of the cliffhangers when the TARDIS gets really small. But I really need to continue to watch this because I actually enjoyed it. I don't know everybody's opinion about it though, but I enjoyed it from what I've seen, and I definitely cannot wait to watch it. I can't wait to finish it off. Frontier in Space. I haven't seen it. I heard it's brilliant. I love Roger in that. I love his suit. He's always dressing for the occasion. I can tell it's a Dalek story because you can see the Dalek there. I heard it's really good, this one. I cannot wait to watch it though. I have something to announce later on after this video, so I can't wait to tell you about that. So I would like to see what you guys think about it afterwards though. But Frontier in Space, it looks really good and I cannot wait to watch it. Planet of the Daleks. I've seen a bit of it. I really enjoyed it. It was really good from what I've seen. I've been hearing off other people that it's underrated. I don't know why, but from what I saw, I really liked it. When I've seen like half of it, I didn't own it on DVD at the time, but since I've got them all, I've got a really good chance to watch it. Well, obviously I've got a good chance to watch it. But what I saw was really good, and I really like the cover to it. I think the cover is brilliant. Yet again, it's got the Third Doctor and the Dalek getting pushed. I liked it how it got announced that it was on Skaro. Yeah, I cannot wait to watch the rest of it because it looks really good. The Green Death Special Edition, I love this cover. I think it's brilliant. And a brilliant story. I love it. It's Joe Grant's last story, which is really sad. She gets married. I liked it how the Doctor just he didn't say goodbye. He just left. And that is the Doctor. I liked it. The ending was brilliant. I don't remember much of the Green Death, but I remembered really liking it. And yeah, fantastic story from what I remembered. And I'll like the special edition. I've been waiting to get this one for a while. I'm not a big fan of the normal edition. That's why I had the chance to get the normal edition loads of times, but I just thought, no, I'll wait for the special edition because I like this one better. So yeah, I should. If you want a great John Pertwee story, I suggest you get the Green Death because I really liked it. And also, if you get the special edition, you also get a Sarah Jane adventure episode, Death to the Doctor, which I think is really good. Yeah, that's all I got to say about the Green Death. Fantastic, brilliant ending for Joe Grant. Yeah, definitely worth watching. The Time Warrior, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. A great story to introduce Sarah Jane. It's good to first introduce the Sontarans. Commander Lynx, he's very threatening in it. I love it. I love him. This is what made me love the Sontarans in the classic era. I like him in the modern era though, but I like him better in the classic era. They're just so threatening, and I love the Time Warrior. And if you want a good Sarah Jane story, watch the Time Warrior. It's classic. I can watch this loads of times and never get bored. Yeah, all I can just say is it's a classic and definitely worth watching. Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Now the funny thing is, I had this twice. I had to get it again with the Android Invasion. I'm glad I did though, because I had another one from a second-hand shop, and for some stupid reason, part 1 was in black and white, but the rest was in colour, which didn't make any sense whatsoever. But this is a new one, and yeah, I'm using this one now. Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna be the most awkward person ever, but I'm not a fan of this one because I didn't really like the dinosaurs. I know, guys, I'm sorry. I know. I just generally didn't really like the dinosaurs. I know the classic era is the classic era. I do understand that. But I think they could have done a little bit more of a better job with the dinosaurs. But other than that, not a big fan of Invasion of the Dinosaurs. But I love John Pertwee and with Liz Sladen in it. But other than that, yeah. Death to the Daleks, a really good one, I think. I really enjoyed Death to the Daleks. Yeah, I like it. Great story. The Daleks are good. John Pertwee is good. Definitely recommended. That's all I can say about Death to the Daleks. Just brilliant. I recommend it. That's all I've got to say. I know it isn't much. I know I'm not giving much detail of every classic story though, but yeah, definitely worth getting. The Monster of Paradon, which is probably the second part of The Curse of Paradon. I've not seen it, sadly. Sorry, guys. As I said, I don't know if it's this story or the other one that the Doctor becomes friends with the Ice Warriors. Oh, but again, I remembered that being in a Series 10 episode. And I actually like this cover. I haven't actually looked at it yet, but I like Sarah Jane there. I think that's cool. Yeah, I can't say much about The Monster of Paradon because I've not seen it yet, but tell me what you think in the comments. So yeah, that's all I can think about all I can just say about this story because I've not seen it. Sorry. Planet of the Spiders, a really good story. I like Planet of the Spiders. A nice ending to John Pertwee. I like everything about this story. It's definitely up there with my favourite regeneration stories. The only one thing that most people have a problem with is when the Doctor is chasing this guy and it takes like half of the episode away, and then eventually he actually teleports, which should have been a bit more early into the episode instead of the Doctor just chasing him. But I liked the chasing. I think that's what made it cool, but I can understand what people mean. I heard Roger Delgado was supposed to be in this story. I think that it was going to be announced that the Doctor and the Master were going to be brothers, but unfortunately they couldn't do that because sadly Roger Delgado he sadly died. He was in a car crash, so that's really sad that he that they couldn't do it, so they had to write him out of it. One of my favourite bits is when the Doctor regenerated him, and we never knew what he was going to say, because he says, "Dear Sarah Jane, oh don't cry, don't cry. But there's life, Les." And he didn't get to finish off the sentence. We never know what he was going to say. We never know to this day. But I think the writers knew what they were going to say. Or, I don't know, it'd probably be good as a mystery. I prefer not to know. I think that's the cool thing about it. But me and my friends were just saying, why there's life, there's hope. But honestly, a great story to end the third Doctor. Now I've done an updated version. I have done another version of my updated version of the Fourth Doctor. So I'll just remake it again since I'm uploading all Doctor Who. Robot, a very good story to start a great classic Doctor in my opinion. I like the entry for the Fourth Doctor. It's not the best. It's not the best first ever Doctor story, I think, no, but it's still really good. Tom's just brilliant, and the robot's good. The robot is good, but it's really good. I suggest that you get it. The Ark in Space, overrated, I think. Still really good. I really liked it. I mean, it's a bit of a cheap set though, but this story shows that you don't need to have a cheap set to have a great story. Yeah, the Ark in Space is really good. I like the Tom's line in it saying that Homo sapiens. I like that. Yeah, the Ark in Space is a good one. Overrated, as I said, but it's still good to watch. The Sontaran Experiment. It's a nice two-parter, this. I think it's not as good as The Time Warrior, but it's still good to watch. It's good to show a new Sontaran. Not much happens in it though. My personal opinion, it is a good two-parter, but I think it should have been a bit more longer. But I don't know if they could do much in it because it was in a place where you couldn't really do much though, but it's a nice two-parter. I do like it. Yeah, it's not a story that, I suggest that you should go and get straight away though, but it's definitely a good two-parter. Genesis of the Daleks. Oh, brilliant. Absolute classic. If you want to get a great Fourth Doctor story, or just a great Doctor Who classic in general, I suggest you get Genesis of the Daleks. Everything is brilliant in this. Few people find it overrated. It got rated one of the best Doctor Who stories ever, plus Cave of Androzani, from what I've been told. Yeah, it's the first story to introduce Davros. It shows how the Daleks were made, and who created it. Obviously, it's Davros. Classic. It never ever gets boring. I can watch this and never ever get bored. Nothing drags at all. Davros, the Daleks, they're brilliant. I definitely recommend you get Genesis of the Daleks. Revenge of the Cybermen. I can't get into this one. It just didn't really work it for me. I think the Cybermen were a bit ruined after the 60s. I'm not a big fan of the 70s and the 80s Cybermen. I always preferred the 60s Cybermen. They were more creepy. But it's I just can't get into Revenge of the Cybermen. It's alright, but it's not one that I look forward to watch though. I only watch it if it's only just if I'm doing a marathon. But yeah, it's not one that I suggest you get straight away. I would have preferred you get the Sontaran Experiment more than the Revenge of the Cybermen. No, I just couldn't get into it. It's not my favourite though, but no, it's not one that I suggest that you should get. Terror of the Zygons, classic, brilliant, I love it. The Zygons are very threatening in it. I love the Doctor's get up there. It's a shame that he only wore that for a few minutes, but it's still really good. I love the cover. The Loch Ness Monster is alright. Which Sarah Jane mentioned about in School Reunion in Series 2. Yeah, I definitely recommend Terror of the Zygons, and I love when the Doctor says to Brigadier, "Is that bang big enough for you, Brigadier?" Yeah, the Zygons are very good. I definitely recommend you get it. I just wish that the Zygons were more into the classic era, but they're still good in the modern era though. But I just wish that they had more to do in the classic era. But yeah, definitely worth getting and definitely giving it a watch. Planet of Evil. This one's interesting because the first time I watched it, I actually enjoyed it, but the second time I just couldn't get into it. Maybe it's because I've seen better Fourth Doctor stories since then. The funny thing is about this episode, this story, is because the Doctor says to Sarah that Sarah said to the Doctor, I can't remember though, but I remember the Doctor saying that he wasn't he didn't really like William Shakespeare's work, and then all the way back into Series 3, surprise, surprise, there was an episode and he actually really likes him, but here he didn't like him. But I don't know, it just depends on the Doctor personas, the which incarnation, because they all have different personalities. So, but I can't get into this one anymore. I don't know. I just couldn't. It just depends how you see it, really. But no, I couldn't get into Planet of Evil. But it just depends. People have different opinions about it, so I don't know. I can't really suggest if you should watch it or not, though. But I suggest that it's not a big one to get though, but other people find it differently, so you can watch it, but it's definitely not one that I suggest you get straight away. Pyramids of Mars, this is a classic. I love Pyramids of Mars. I love Sutek in it. He made the Doctor his bitch. He was very powerful. Classic. The mummies are okay in it though, but it's definitely worth watching. I really want Sutek to return sometime in the modern era. I think that would be good with Jodie's Doctor. Definitely worth watching. Definitely get it. I suggest it very, very much. It's an absolute classic. I definitely recommend you watch it and be amazed by it. And honestly, Sutek made the Doctor his bitch. The Android Invasion. People saying that it's underrated. I really like the Android Invasion. I just really like the setting, like where it's placed at. The androids are really good in it. I think they're very creepy, actually, in my eyes. Worth getting. I love Tom in it. I think Tom's brilliant. Yeah, worth getting. People say it's underrated. Some people really like it. But no, I can't say anything bad about the Android Invasion at all. It's worth getting if you're in HMV or wherever you buy your Doctor Who DVDs. If you see it, definitely worth your money. I suggest that you should get the Android Invasion. The Brain of Morbius, very good. I really enjoyed The Brain of Morbius. A very creepy story. It's set on Khan, which you see in Night of the Doctor with the 8th Doctor and from the 50th anniversary, and it also introduces the War Doctor from that, as you know. And also it was in a bit of Magician's Apprentice. It's worth watching. It's a really good story, The Brain of Morbius. I think Morbius should come back. I think he's brilliant, very creepy, worth watching, definitely recommended. I love The Brain of Morbius. The Seeds of Doom, brilliant. I love The Seeds of Doom. I think it's really good. Everything's threatening in it. The plants or whatever they're called, I forgot. I think John Challis is really good in it as Scorpy. But I cannot take him serious as a serious character because he's in Only Fools and Horses. And he plays Boise, and I've met John Challis. He's a really good actor. He is really funny. It's just how you want him to be in Only Fools and Horses, though. But you guys probably know him as Scorpy in this. If you haven't watched Only Fools, or if you have, you know who I'm on about. But honestly, he's such a nice guy. Definitely worth seeing if you're a fan of Only Fools or you really like this story. He's definitely worth meeting. But yeah, The Seeds of Doom is a really good story. It doesn't drag at all. Classic, love it, worth watching. The story is really good. I love the setting of them starting off being in the North Pole. I like how the infection spreads, and yeah, that's all I've got to say. It's just a classic. I definitely suggest you get The Seeds of Doom. The Massacre of Mandraga. Yes, I've said it right. No, honestly, when I had this, I couldn't even pronounce it, but I can now. Yeah, it's a good story. Some people find it okay, some people like it. I really do like it. In my eyes, you have to be into medieval to like all that stuff, because I haven't been back on it though, but if you guys don't know, I do a second channel and I do Let's Play games. I really need to get back to it. I've been playing I've finished playing The Walking Dead. I'll put in that link in the description below my channel, and I'm doing Oblivion at the minute, so you know, if you've never played Oblivion or you have, you'll know what kind of game that is, and it's definitely a story like this, like set in the medieval times. But yeah, honestly, it's really good. I think the Doctor is really funny in it. Yeah, you have to be medieval to like this. I definitely do, and honestly, yeah, get it. It's really good if you're into that sort of stuff. The Hand of Fear. Underrated. Some people like it, some people don't. It's Sarah Jane's last story. I really enjoy The Hand of Fear. I think it's such a nice ending for a great companion like Sarah Jane. I remember Stuart. If you don't know who he is, he has appeared on my channel a few times. Well, you see him every time. You see him every time at the end of my video. He's the one who dresses up as the 4th Doctor and says, "Oh, hello, why not subscribe to my channel?" Yeah, you know who I mean. I was talking to him once, and he was telling me about, in the commentary, Tom said something really funny in it though. But I haven't seen it though, but I've been told that he does say something funny. You know, because it's Tom. You gotta love Tom. Yeah, it's a great story to and a great companion like Sarah. Good. If you want to have a nice ending for a good companion, it's definitely The Hand of Fear.
It's worth getting, I think. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about The Hand of Fate. It's just a really nice ending for Sarah Jane. The Deadly Assassin. Oh, my third top favourite to the Fourth Doctor. It's definitely at my top 5. It's rated third. I adore The Deadly Assassin. It is so good. It's just the Doctor on his own, and he returns to Gallifrey because he's been needed. And the Master is in it, but it's not Roger Delgado. It's the Crispy Master played by Peter Pratt, and I do have a action figure of that Master, which is really good. How this is made, I'll never know. It's just brilliant. The stuff that the people who are making Doctor Who are brilliant from the classic era. It doesn't matter if the setting was bad though. It's the story what counts. And I definitely recommend you get The Deadly Assassin because it is absolutely pure genius and brilliant. I love it to bits. I will watch it anytime. If you ask me to watch it with you, I will definitely be looking forward to watch it. The Doctor being in a fake world which the Master only can control, which really makes the Master very threatening. I love The Deadly Assassin to bits, and I definitely recommend you get it. The Face of Evil. The first time I didn't like it, but the second time I really enjoyed it. I don't know why, but I ain't complaining. The first story to introduce Leela. I think this is a really good story to introduce a companion. I like how the Doctor and Leela meet, and the Doctor says, "Sorry, did I startle you?" And I liked it how the Doctor was threatening one of her people, saying, "Stay back or else I'll kill you with this deadly jelly baby." This is Tom at his best, I think. Tom is just really funny. I definitely recommend you get this. Some people like it, some people don't, but I used to not like it, but now I really like it. Definitely worth getting. I like the story to it, that everybody thinks that the Doctor is the evil one. Yeah, it's a good story. I don't want to say every detail of the story because I don't want to spoil too much. I know I said that I will give spoilers though, but I don't want to give too much away from it. But yeah, it's really good. Definitely recommend you get The Face of Evil. Robots of Death Special Edition. I think it's overrated. It's good from what I remembered, but I find it overrated. I don't know. I think I probably need to rewatch it again. It's a good story. I liked it how the Doctor at the beginning explained how the TARDIS works to Leela. I think that's really good, saying which box is larger. And, but it looks small from the outside. I think that was really good. I think Alex from the Doctor Who Guide, I think this is his favourite one. Alex, if you're watching this, tell me in the comments if this is your favourite Fourth Doctor story. I might be mistaken though, but just tell me if it is, because I remembered you saying that you really liked this one. But yeah, Robots of Death, it's good, but I think it's overrated. In my opinion, it's not one that I rush to get, but most of you'll probably get it because people really like it. But I think it's okay, but it's definitely a story which I would like to watch. The Talent of Wen Chiang. That's my Tom Baker impression. Sorry if it hasn't satisfied you. I absolutely love The Talons of Wing Chiang. It is my all-time favourite Fourth Doctor story, and I think Charlie Turner can definitely agree with me on this. I love everything about the Towers of Wing Triang. As you can see, I got the normal edition and the special edition. Now, I had no choice but to get the special edition because I got it from the Visitation box set. I actually prefer the normal edition better because I like how Tom looks. So, but I do like the cover for this one, but I just like this one more. But yeah, the Towers of Wing Chang, it's brilliant. I love every single minute about it. I was absolutely blown away when I watched it. The dolls are very, very creepy. Never ever gets boring. And there's a certain actor who has appeared in Doctor Who a few times, especially in the modern era. I don't know his name though, but it's the Colonel from Unicorn and the Wasp. He's in this, and he's also in Inferno, from what I believe. I'm not sure if it's completely right though, but I've been told that. But honestly, Talons of Wing Chiang is my all-time favourite. I absolutely love it to be complete masterpiece, and my friend Charlie has got it signed by Tom Baker. Definitely not jealous. No, definitely not jealous. Bastard. Sorry, Charlie. But Talons of Wing Chiang, I recommend you get it. It is classic, pure classic. That's all I have to say. Just brilliant. The Horror Fang Rock. Oh my god. A classic, pure classic. If you asked me what creepy story of Doctor Who that you should watch, it will be The Horror of Fang Rock. Everyone dies in it, just apart from the Doctor and Leela. Classic, brilliant. The horror is on gold here, pure gold. That is definitely at my top 10 favourite Fourth Doctor stories. I definitely recommend you watch it. It is brilliant. And I've done a video about this a good while back, and it is rated a U, which I do not understand at all. It should be a 12 from the horror on this magnificent story. I think it's Leela at her best. A lot of people will agree with me on this, and definitely worth watching. The Routons are very threatening in it. They are very scary and very, very, very threatening. Trust me, it is a story that you will never get bored, and you'll be having nightmares. You'll be having nightmares. It's just brilliant. It's definitely a story, in my opinion, that you should watch around about Halloween time if you're in the mood for a horror story. It is definitely The Horror of Fang Rock, and I'd suggest you get it. It is brilliant. For Invisible Enemy, some people like it, some people don't. I generally like it. It's a great story to introduce K9 as the lovely John Leeson, who I would love to meet someday. Yeah, Invisible Enemy is really good. I suggest that you should get it. I know I've been saying that you should suggest that you get them, but you know, this is just my personal opinion on what I think of Doctor Who stories. Yeah, the Invisible Enemy is really good. I like it. I don't remember much of the story though, but I just remembered really liking it. That's all I've got to say about the Invisible Enemy. Just a great to introduce K9. That's all I have to say. Just a really good story. Image of Fendel. I remember liking it. I've only seen it once. I think Leela looks kind of attractive in it. She shows off a bit of her body off, I think. Oh god. Yeah, Image of Fendel's a good story. It's just a really decent one, really.
it's just you know, it's just, you know, your general good story. I just really like it. I think the villains in it are really creepy and really good. There's one actor I know in it who was in Only Fools and Horses. I think he was the villain, I can't remember. But yeah, Image Offender, it's just a general good story, really. Can't say anything bad about it at all. The Sunmakers. Yeah, it's a good one. I like it. I remembered when I first watched it, I really liked it though, but the second time, I just thought it was alright. I don't know, I just didn't think much of it the second time. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not saying that I didn't like it, but I don't know. I think it's because I've seen more Tom since then. But I did like it. I think it was good. But it just went down. It's just gone downhill a little bit for me. But that doesn't mean that I don't like it. I just think it's all right. But yeah, it's a good story. I think this is the one when they first play chess. I could be mistaken. That the Doctor and K9 play chess, but I can't actually remember though. But I like the Sunmakers. It's a decent one. Underworld. I've only seen half of part 1, but I've been told it isn't good. I've been told it's terrible. I heard that the CGI is terrible. So I can't say much about the Underworld. Well, it's not one that I'm looking forward to watch. I was doing a 4th Doctor marathon, but I kind of stopped it from here. I don't know why. It's just one of those things that you do when you watch a marathon of anything. But yeah, I will get back to it though, but it's not one that I'm in a rush to watch yet. The Invasion of Time. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that the Sontarans come later on in part 4, I believe. I know this is Leela's last story. I don't know what happens in this. I've been told that the Doctor becomes president of the Time Lords, and I think it's in this one by the looks of it. Because I can see I can see a Time Lord there. Oh, what's his name now? I think that's the Castellan. I'm not sure. Because he was in the 5 Doctors, from what I believe. Yeah, I've heard that it drags a little bit. I could be wrong, but I know that the Sontarans don't come until part 4, so it looks alright. But it doesn't look amazing though. I just think it just looks alright. That's all I can say. Just tell me in the comments what you think about it, you know. If it's stories that I haven't seen, just tell me what you think of it and suggest. And if you think I suggest to watch it, then I will or not. The Keys of Time box set. Oh, it's a great box set. This is. This has the Robo's Operation, which I think drags very, very much. It's the first story to introduce Romana the First. I like how she says how old the Doctor is, even if the Doctor doesn't have lost count. So yeah, we don't know how old the Doctor is anymore. Yeah, the Rivals Operation's not my favourite. It's just drags for me, I think. The Pirate Planet, I actually like that one. I know some people are not a fan of it though, but I know my mate Charlie, he's not a fan of it. I generally like it. I like how the Doctor just mentions that that Newton, if you don't know who Newton is, he created the elements of maths, and the Doctor putted the apple on his head, if you don't know the story about that. So I thought that was hilarious. And yeah, the Pirate Planet's really good. I like it. The Stones of Blood. I'm going to be awkward here. I know it's overrated though, but I genuinely like it. It's my favourite from the Keys of Time. I just think it's really good. The Androids of Tara, classic. I really like the Androids of Tara. Some people prefer that one better. The Power of Crow, I don't like the Power of Crow. It drags so much for me. It's my least favourite from the Keys of Time. And the Armageddon Factor. It's good, that one, but I think it's on for too long. I like the ending. I like how the Doctor just looks like he's getting high over jelly babies, like saying, we have the power to do anything we like. And then he has his eyes up, like, if you're not listening, I can make you listen, because I can do anything. I thought that was funny. I just take the mix saying that the Doctor is just high over jelly babies. But I know one of my friends who I've been talking to quite recently, she's after this box set, and she's called Hannah. She has appeared in my video. She did a review of Genesis of the Daleks, and she told me that she's after this box set, and trust me, Hannah, it's worth getting. And again, check out her YouTube channel. It's called My Love for Doctor. I'll put in the link in the description below. Yeah, the Keys of Time's a brilliant box set. I definitely recommend you get it. Destiny of the Daleks. It's alright. It's not the best Dalek story. It's just that, you know, I think they could have done better since they had Davros return in it. I mean, it's not like it's Michael Wisher. I believe he played in the first Davros. It's okay. It's not one that I look forward to. I like how they introduced them back in the pilot from series 10. I thought that was good. But yeah, it's an alright story. It's not one that I look forward to watch. It's not a Davros story I'll just put on. You know, it's probably the last thing on my mind. But yeah, it's no Genesis of the Daleks, but it's alright. I'll definitely watch it if I'm doing a marathon of every single Doctor, or if I'm doing a Davros marathon. But other than that, it's okay. It's not brilliant, but it's alright. City of Death, classic. It's been a long while since I've watched it. I've only seen it once. I don't remember much of it, so I can't say much, but I just remembered really enjoying it. I know it's based in France, which I think is brilliant to start to do a story. I know Adam from the Geek's Handbag, he went to see the locations in France. That is a great video he's done. I'll put in the link in the description below for that video. It's brilliant. I love that video. Good job there, Adam. Yeah, City of Death, from what I remembered, it was really good. Also, it has a good it has a good cameo of John Cleese, who's a great comedian. I love John Cleese. He is brilliant. If you don't know him, he has been in Monty Python and Fawlty Towers. That's what he's mostly famous for. He is a legend, and him having a cameo in this is brilliant. And yeah, City of Death is a classic. I've got Creature from the Pit, Nightmare of Eden, and The Haunts of Nymon. Now I'm going to talk about these three together because reason why I haven't seen any of these three yet. So I don't want to go into one and then go into the next one. No, I don't want to be wasting your time. So I can tell you from what I've heard about it and what people said. So Creature from the Pit,
I heard some people don't. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know what, but I know that the Doctor does something very, very rude in it. And yeah, I'm not gonna say what it is, because I've seen the clip of it and it's very, very wrong. And I don't know why it's ever in Doctor Who. But I don't know. Maybe the writers were just being odd and strange and weird. Nightmare of Eden. I heard this, and this isn't a good one either. I don't know much about this one, so I can't really say. The Haunts of Nymon. I know my mate Charlie, he doesn't like the Haunts of Nymon. I don't know what everybody else thinks of the Haunts of Nymon, so yeah, I've heard these three are pretty bad stories, but you know, that's what I've heard. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm only just saying what I've heard about it. But yeah, the Creature from the Pit, Nightmare of Eden, and the Haunts of Nymon. Sharda, a very, very classic story. I really like this one. It's a shame that it was unfinished and it was written by Douglas Adams. And I believe that he written Hitchhiker's to the Galaxy. I don't know if he did the TV series or the film. That I don't know. I've never really watched that, but I know he's written. He has something to do with it. So, yeah, it's a shame that it's unfinished. Tom, the stuff that Tom did was good to cover it from what was going on in the episodes. I mean, I think the starting is. I think most of that's there. It's just like more later on. But Sharda is a really good story. I heard rumours that it's gonna be coming back, but animated. I know. I've heard that Paul McGann, the Eighth Doctor, there was an animation version of him doing Sharda, but I like the location where it's at in Cambridge. I would like to go to Cambridge someday. It sounds like a really nice place. But yeah, it's a really good story, just despite the unfinished stuff, because I heard that the camera crew were on strike at the time. That's what I've heard. So yeah, Sharda is a really good story, and I definitely recommend it. The Leisure Hive, I just don't like it. I hate it so much. It's my least favourite Tom Baker story. Even Tom doesn't even like it, and I don't blame him. So it just dragged it for me. I thought it was just based in a little city, because at the start it's just the Doctor and Romana just on a beach, and I just thought it was just based on to the seaside, but no, it starts off. I think it starts off pretty good. I got sad that K9 gets blown up into the sea. Just honestly, I just can't get into it, and I heard Tom doesn't really like how he had to become an old man in it. No, I just can't get into this one at all. I'll try and rewatch it though, but I very much doubt my opinion will change. This isn't a story that I don't recommend to any of you guys, so yeah, The Leisure Hive, not my favourite. Meglos, Full Circle, State of Decay, Warrior's Gate. Again, haven't seen any of these three. I know these four, but I know these three are basically a series, are connected. I can't remember what the series is called, but I know that's Adric's first story. Meglos, I heard it's alright. I heard strange things about Meglos. I'm interested in why the Doctor's like that. I'll give it a watch, see what I think. But it looks decent. It does look interesting. Full Circle, again, I haven't seen it, but all I know it's Adric's first story, and I heard a few people don't like it, but You know, I'm only just saying what I said before, don't kill the messenger. I'm only just saying what I've heard about it. State of Decay, again, don't know anything about it. So I can't really say. I heard it's not the best either. Warriors Gate, I heard that is very, very confusing. From what people said, nobody understands Warriors Gate. That's what I've heard about it. So I am interested in this one, Warriors Gate. But I don't know. It sounds like a wibbly wobbly timey-wimey story from what I've heard. But other than that, this is. I'm not really looking forward to be watching these 4 yet. I'm in no rush. But yeah, that's all I know about them. Keeper Traken, a great story. I think. I think it was a great surprisement of that was the Master, as it's still the Crispy Master but played by a different actor, which is Jeffrey Beavers. I think that was such a great reveal, especially when he takes over that guy's body. I can't remember his name. But I liked it how he just came out with the clock, says, "So, a new body, at last." A new body. He just turns into Anthony Ainley and says, "A new body, at last," which I think is really good. Anthony Ainley is a cool master, but he's no Roger Delgado. Legopolis, a very, very nice ending for the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker. My classic all-time favourite classic Doctor. I've said classic twice, but who cares? It's the classic era. Yeah, I think it's such a nice ending for Tom. I think the Watcher is brilliant. That he was the Doctor all the time, and I like. I think the Master betraying the Doctor was really good. That they had to team up, and the way that he fell off the satellite dish was really scary though. But the only problem with it though, that he looked Tom looked like he fell over safely. But yeah, I'm not. Other than that, I really like it. I think the ending speech that the Doctor gives, saying, "It's the end, but the moment has been prepared for." I really liked that. It's such a great ending for a great Doctor. Now on to the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison, and we start off with Castor Alva. It's a good story. I think it's good to start off for a new Doctor. I like how Peter's Doctor reacts to his regeneration, his new body. I liked how he looked himself into the mirror, saying, "That's the problem with regeneration. You never know what you're quite going to get." So I think that's cool. I like Peter's Doctor, and it's okay, this story, but I think it's good. Some people think it's okay, but I like it. I think the Master's alright in it. I just remembered him. He has Adric trapped, and I remembered the Doctor going into the the Forbidden Room or something like that in the TARDIS. But yeah, Castor Alva's a decent story. Great story to start off the 5th Doctor. 4 to Doomsday, as you can see, I haven't opened it yet, but I have seen it. It's a decent story. I like 4 to Doomsday. Not many people do, but I like it. I think it's a generally good story. Decent. I can't remember much of the story though, but I just remembered enjoying it. remember the Doctor going into space. I can't remember what he was doing though, but yeah, it's a good story. It's just one of those stories I have to say about. I have to say about just a decent, nice story. Kinder. I actually prefer this one to Snake Dance because this is like a two-parter story. Yes, Kinder's good. I like Kinder. The only thing that I don't like about it is Tegan because she just whines too much. Tegan's not my favourite out of the classic here. She's not my favourite companion. But yeah, Kinder I think is I think the Mara are such a great villain. I remembered seeing the snake on. I remember seeing a picture online, and there was like a proper good CGI of the snake, and you know the normal one. But yeah, it's a good story. I would recommend you get it. The Visitation. Now, all that I know in this one, I have seen it. All that I know is that the Doctor just sets fire to the Great Fire of London. But when I was watching this, I was multitasking, so I missed some of it. But I was listening to it and watching it though, so I can't tell you much about this one. But I had seen it though. But I was doing something at the time. But I was listening to it. But from what I remembered, it was good. I need to rewatch it again. So yeah. Ah yes, the Black Orchid. Oh, I go down history with this one. Me and Peter Davison have a disagreement on this story. I've mentioned it, the story of my meeting of Peter Davison about this story. So if you probably know it by now, but if you're new to watching this channel, I'm gonna mention it to you anyway. So I met Peter Davison for the second time, and I told him that I've been watching your stories lately. And Peter Davison's he doesn't talk that much. He's a nice man, but he doesn't talk that much. And I said to him that this is my favourite story from his era. I know that, you know, it's only a two-parter though, and it's just a nice two-parter. I don't know why I like it so much. I think it's just generally nice. I just love the Doctor that he plays cricket in like 10 minutes of the episode. I just think that's really cool. It just shows how cool the Fifth Doctor can be. But so as I was saying, I said to Peter Davison, this is my least favourite. No, this is my favourite story. And he just, you know, he was just generally being nice. Oh, okay, he said. But not that enthusiastic he was. But I found out later on that I got told that this is not his favourite story, and he said it's not sci-fi enough. And I was going, shit, I just said that to Peter Davison, and I didn't know at the time that he didn't like this story, so Peter, I'm sorry. I have done a video about the Black Orchid, so you'll know then. But yeah, that's the story of me and Peter Davison and the Black Orchid. But generally, I really like this story. I think it's a good. It reminds me of Unicorn in the Wasp. It's like a detective story, on how I look at it. It's just nice and fun. The costumes are brilliant. Yeah, it's just a nice two-parter. Generally, for me, in my opinion, I suggest you get it because it's a nice two-parter. Earthshock, a classic. Such a classic this is. I really like this one. A lot of people do. It's one of Peter Davison's. It's one of his most favourite ones. His more well-known ones, I think. And it's such a sad ending to end a companion.
it happens so tragically. Adric, he gets killed on a Cyberman ship. Even though that Adric to some people wasn't their all-time favourite companion, but I generally liked Adric. I just liked him. Yeah, don't ask me why, but I do. I know that he's a bit whiny though, but I like Adric, and I think the ending to him for this is so. It ended so nicely. I mean, if Stephen Moffat written the next episode, I'm sorry though, but no, I'm not gonna go down that road. But yeah, Earthshock is a great Cyberman story. I definitely recommend it to if you're collecting Peter Davison stories. I definitely recommend you get Earthshock first. Time Flight. Not a lot of people liked this one. I like it. Yep, shoot me down. Whoever hates this story, shoot me down. I like it. I don't see any reason why people don't like it, but I need to see it again. But I generally liked it. I think I think how the master was revealed at the end of the first part. I think that was introduced really well. I wasn't expecting it to be the master. This guy here. Well, yeah, Time Flight is a good story in my personal opinion. But I don't know. It just depends how you see it, really. Yeah, Time Flight's a good story in my opinion. I definitely recommend you get it, and I actually kind of like the cover to it. I just think it's nice. Arc and Infinity. Again, not a lot of people like this one. The cover's okay, I think. I like the Arc and Infinity. We have a future Doctor in this one, and Colin Baker is in this one, and he's playing a different character, just like how Peter Capaldi was in The Fires of Pompeii when he was playing Caecilius. From what I remembered, I enjoyed it. I like Omega was in it. That's in there. Just a different appearance there. His appearance was good, but obviously I prefer him in The Three Doctors. But yeah, I think it's a nice story. I think it's just, in my eyes, way underrated. So I recommend you watch it, see what you think, and then come back to this video and write down what you think about it. So yeah, that's all I got to say about the Arc Infinity. It's just a good story. I'm just not a massive fan of the cover. Snake Dance. I couldn't get into this one, as I said to you guys before, with Kinder. Not my favourite. The Mara is alright though, but you know, it's just based on Tegan again, that she's getting possessed, and I just thought it dragged it for me. I don't know, I need to watch it again to see what I think, but I just couldn't get into it that much. I don't know why, but I think the Mara just dragged it a bit for me. I don't think it should have continued. But yeah, Snake Dance, I don't recommend it. Mordrin Undead. I think it's a good story, this. I think it's a good introduction on how Turlo is, and how he's going to betray the Doctor. I still need to find that out yet, how if he gets away with it or not. I don't know from there, but I think it's a nice introduction for Turlo. I like the story to this, that somebody was trying to steal the Doctor's regenerations. So it's saying that the villain was the Doctor. I can't remember that bit though, but I liked it how the two brigadiers from different time zones. I thought that was really clever. But yeah, Mordrin Undead is definitely one that I recommend you get. Terminus. I saw half of it, then got bored, then switched it off. I just couldn't care less of this story. I did not finish watching it because I got really bored. But I will give it another watch sometime. Been no rush for it though, but I just could not get into Terminus. All that I know, it is Nissa's last story. Well, I would admit that's a nice cover for Nissa, because I liked Nissa. But other than that, I just couldn't get into it. Not a story that I recommend to you guys. Enlightenment. I'm halfway through this one. This was the last story I watched it. I didn't get to finish it though, but I was halfway through it. Now there's 2 discs in this one. One's just, you know, just to show like how many parts it is, and the other one's just like the full version, which I find a bit strange, but I'm not complaining. I was watching the full version one, so I don't know which part I'm on now though, but I think it's alright. It's an alright story from what I watched it. I think I watched it from what I've heard of the second disc. The only difference is that what the other disc is a bit more high tech, which I think is pretty cool. I like it. I think Linda Barron is good in it. I think she's good. I need to watch it. I need to continue watching it though. But from what I saw, I liked it. The King's Demons. I know it's a 2-parter and I haven't seen it yet. All that I know in it is the Doctor and the Master, and he's disguised as someone else. Obviously, very unexpectedly. Yes, very unexpectedly. It's a good. Well, I don't know what to say because I haven't seen it though. But I was gonna say it's a good 2-parter, but I can't say. But it looks okay. Or that I know that the Doctor and the Master have a sword fight in it, but I don't know what everybody's opinion is on it though. But I like the cover. The cover looks nice. I will recommend to watch it sometime when I'm in the Peter Davison mood. But yeah, that's all I can say about the King's Demons. The 5 Doctors. Oh, what a story. What a multi-Doctor story. Oh, I can't say anything bad about this story at all. It is a diamond of a story. Oh, it's just how you want it. Got unfortunately, William Hartnell passed away, so we had somebody else to replace him. Richard, I can't remember his last name, but sorry if I'm no good with all names, but I know all the Doctors though. But they had Troughton, he was magnificent with Nicholas Courtney as the Brigadier. We had John Pertwee, the 3rd Doctor, with Sarah Jane. Had Tom, he wasn't. This is the only one thing I was a bit ashamed of. Tom wasn't really in it, but in a way I kind of don't blame him because it was a bit too soon, too early for him to come back because he had just left half a few like 2 or 3 years back, so I can probably understand why Tom didn't come back though, but it would have been nice if he did come back. But we had we had a cameo of him in Shadow, so he was kind of in it, but we had we've obviously got Peter Davison because he's the main one, but all the Doctors in it were brilliant. The actors brilliant. Elizabeth Sladen. Everyone is brilliant. The story is brilliant of the and the story is brilliant. The Master, Anthony Ainley, he's brilliant. It being set on Gallifrey is brilliant. And them finding the tomb of Rassilon.
which is just a brilliant story. I just cannot say anything bad about it. It's definitely worth watching, and it's definitely getting for if you want a great Peter Davison story or a multi-Doctor story. I definitely recommend The Five Doctors. Warriors of the Deep, The Awakening, and Frontier. That's the only reason why I got these three out, because I haven't seen them yet. I know this is a Silurian story with obviously Peter Davison. I heard it's okay. I heard it's okay. I don't know if it would be Doctor and the Silurians though, but it looks like a decent story, so I'll definitely give that a watch. The Awakening, I heard that's good. I think Aaron from All Things Doctor, I think he brought that round when we was doing the Ultimate Vlog. I can't actually remember, but we didn't get to watch it. Obviously, I didn't have it at the time. And Frontier, I've heard that one's okay. I've had mixed opinions about it, but yeah, other than that, I haven't seen them though. But they do look interesting to watch. Resurrection of the Daleks, normal edition, special edition. I got the normal edition. I can't remember where I bought it though, but Resurrection of the Daleks and their special edition. I got that from the Visitation because I had no choice, but I prefer the special edition cover better. It's a really good story for Davros. It is much more of an improvement than Destiny of the Daleks in my eyes. Terra Malloy as Davros. I think he's the most well-known guy to actor to play Davros, and I've met Terra Malloy in person. He's such a great guy. He was such a cool guy to talk to. I've met him twice. I think he's brilliant. He did a little video for me. I don't think I have it anymore though, but he honestly is a true brilliant guy. I watched him at a panel at Comic-Con. Yeah, he's a brilliant guy, and I think he's more well known as Davros in the classic era. But Resurrection of the Daleks is a good story. I don't like how Tegan just leaves the Doctor in the end. I can understand her reasoning though, but still, to be honest, I was kind of happy that she went. Didn't care less for Tegan. But yeah, other than that, it's a great story, and I liked how the Doctor was almost going to commit genocide. But yeah, brilliant. Even though that the Doctor was going to do that in Genesis though, but it's still good that how he was threatening Davros. But other than that, it's brilliant. Planet of Fire. I thought this is okay. It's a nice story, especially introduce one particular woman, especially her first scene. I thought it was okay. It's not one that I'll go for and look forward to, but I think it's an alright story. I think the Master's a bit of a stalker with Perry. I think it's a nice ending for Turlo to go. And I just wish that Perry was with the Fifth Doctor a bit more. But other than that, it's an alright story. I like the Planet of Fire from what I remembered, but it's not one that I suggest you should go and get straight away though. Case of Androzani, overrated though, but it's a awesome ending to end the Fifth Doctor. I think it's really good, the Case of Androzani. I think the way the Doctor and Perry got poisoned. Don't ask me what the poison was called because I cannot pronounce it. But yeah, it's really good. I definitely recommend everyone to watch the Case of Androzani. I think how the regeneration, how the Doctor regenerating was really good, and especially for one particular thing, which never will show British television the same again. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Perry's Knockers. And yeah, it's a great story, and I like how the Doctor was regeneration, since it's good for the classic era. And I like how the Master was just saying, "No, my dear Doctor, you must die, Doctor," and it just beams into Colin Baker, which is just brilliant. And I really do like the case of Androzani, but I just think it's a bit overrated. Well, that is the end for a great Doctor. And now on to the Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker. The Twin Dilemma. A lot of people, quite a lot, hate the Twin Dilemma. I think it's alright. I don't think much of it, but it's alright. The twins are a bit annoying in it. Yeah, I just can't. It's okay, but it's not one that I go for. I feel sorry for Colin in this. It's not a great way to start off a Doctor, but it's okay. I think the Doctor's a bit insane in this, the Sixth Doctor. Well, that's what I kind of like about Colin's Doctor, because we've never had a side of the Doctor like that before, because from what I've heard, that Colin's Doctor is trying to be more like Hartnell, which I think is pretty cool. Well, William Hartnell's Doctor doesn't go strangling his companion, so does he? Unlike Colin's trying to strangle Perry. But I love the ending to this. I like how, he was saying to Perry, "I am the Doctor, whether you like it or not." And I really like how he was kind of like saying that to the audience, saying, "Look, I am the Doctor. If you like it, you can. If you don't like it, you can get lost. But if you like me, you can continue watching me." So that's what I love about Colin's Doctor. Just show to the audience that he is the Doctor. Oh yes, and he is the Doctor in my eyes. Attack of the Cybermen. It's really good, this one. But I prefer Earthshock better though. But it's, from what Adam from the Geek's Handbag has said, he said it's really dark. I don't remember much about this one. I have seen it, but I don't remember much about it. Or that I know that the Doctor just shoots the Cybermen with a gun. That's all I remembered of it. Well, I have to admit, Colin, when Colin became the Doctor, his era got more darker. So I think Colin's era is dark. But that's what I love about some things with Doctor Who. It can't just be just a children's show or just a family show. I do like the dark episodes in it, and from what Adam said, I suggest this is a dark story from what I remembered. I like the bit when Perry says, "You seem to be a bit unstable," and then the Doctor just goes, Unstable, I'm a Time Lord." I like that. I think that's just brilliant. I just love Colin. But yeah, Attack of the Cybermen is a decent one from what I remember. Vengeance on Varos Special Edition, and I have to say, this is my favourite Colin Baker story. This is when I can admit that this story is dark. I think the scene what makes it dark is when the Doctor kind of pushes the two guards into acid. I think that's dark. And then after, when they're just suffering in acid, the Doctor just gets his coat saying, "Forgive me if I don't join you," then just walks off. Well, yeah, it's a dark story. Still, he's okay. I would say he is threatening. I believe he's in Trial of a Time Lord, but I think he's more likeable in Vengeance on Varos from what I know of. But yeah, it's a story that I really enjoy watching, and I would admit this is a dark story. The Mark of Arani, classic. I really like Marco Arani. Although I would say Perry is kind of showing off a bit though, because I think that's what Perry's mostly known for, mostly showing off her body off. I wonder where the modern era got it from. But she's wearing like a dress in this, and it is kind of showing off a bit. But you know, nobody can really notice what the Doctor does because everybody's just too busy looking at Perry. The Mark of Arani is good. It's a good introduction to Arani. I love Arani's TARDIS. I wish that we could see the Master's TARDIS sometime. I think, from what I remember, I think you see it in Time Flight. I can't remember. I'm probably mistaken. It could have been the Doctor's TARDIS. But yeah, Mark of Arani is really good. The Master and Arani are really good together. I like how the Doctor reacts to Arani when he wakes up, and yeah, Mark of Arani is a really good story, and I definitely recommend that you get it. The Two Doctors, it's a good story. It's not the best multi-Doctor story in my opinion though, but Patrick Troughton's in it because he's been in every multi-Doctor story from the classic era. I think he's kind of had his time in this because he's gotten on a bit. You can tell in the story. Fraser Hines in it as in Jamie. Yeah, he was good in it. I think I've had suspicions that Fraser Hines and Nicola Bryant had something going on whilst they're filming this. Yeah, The Two Doctors is good. It's a good Sontaran story. It's a shame that Pat wasn't in it that much from what I remember. He wasn't in it that much. I wish he was though. But The Two Doctors, it's a good story. I'm not knocking it though, but I think The Three Doctors and The Five Doctors is better in my opinion. But I do like The Two Doctors. It's a good one, and you know, if you want to get a good Colin story, this is one that I suggest you get. And I know Colin loved this one because he got to work with Patrick Troughton. I mean, who wouldn't want to work with Patrick Troughton? He's amazing. Time Lash. Haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's terrible. I heard it isn't good. From what Charlie has said, he said it's not really that good. So can't say much about Time Lash. So yeah, sorry, can't say much about Time Lash, but I heard it's pretty bad. But I'll wait until I watch it and then I'll see you then. The Trial of a Time Lord box set, and I really like the box cover to this. And sadly, guys, I've not watched it yet. I'm really sorry. But I've just took the DVDs out, and the covers, I am very impressed by them. We have The Mysterious Planet. Has Colin there, the Sixth Doctor, and some sort of robot or something. I can't tell, and I don't know who that is. So that's part 1 to 4. This one is Mind Warp. This one looks interesting, and that's Syl there. There's two people who look like Syl. I don't know. Is there two Syls there or something? I've heard mixed opinions about Trial of a Time Lord. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, I like that cover. I know. Just to say, I know that Perry dies, so I'm guessing that this is Mel's first story. Terror of the Valeyards. I think I've said that right. I like this cover. It's pretty cool. There's Colin and there's Bonnie Langford. I like whatever these villains are, but they look really cool and creepy. And Colin's last story, The Ultimate Foe. I like this cover because it looks like he's in a theme park. By the looks of it, it does though. I like how Colin's just getting
grabbed him by the hands. I like the master there, and I don't know who that is though, but yeah, it looks really good. Trial of a Time Lord. I've heard mixed opinions about it though, but I am looking forward to watch it. I might watch it after I've done this video. I know that the Valley Yard has something to do with this. Something about the 12th, the Doctor's 12th incarnation, which is basically Peter Capaldi. So I heard there's something going on there, but I don't know the full story to it. But put in the comments down below to tell me what. Don't give me the whole plot away, but just give me some idea though. But I am interested though, and this series does look really good, and I cannot wait to watch it though. I know Alan from All Things Doctor, he really likes it. But other than that, it looks really good, and I cannot wait to watch it. And just tell me what you guys think about the Trial of a Time Lord series. Bullshit! Paradise Towers. I have a soft spot for this one. Not many people like it. Few people do. I'm one of those people who really like Paradise Towers. I think Richard Bryce did a good performance in it. You're gonna hate me for this, but I liked the Kangs in it. I didn't find them annoying. I genuinely liked them. The only thing that I just didn't like was the old ladies. They just had nothing to do with the story, and I just didn't like them at all. But yeah, I've got a soft spot for Paradise Towers. I don't think it drags, but I can see why not many people like it though. But to other people, they think it's general, but I generally do like it. So yeah, leave me alone on that there, guys. You're probably going to hate me that in the comments. Like, how dare you like Paradise Towers? But I generally like it. So, you know, opinions are opinions. But yeah, if you... Generally, for me, I would suggest you get it. But I don't think it will satisfy you. So, in your case, this is me disagreeing on what you guys are going to be thinking. It's like, if you don't really get Paradise Towers just yet, because to some people they'll think it's okay, but not many people. But I generally do like it. Delta and the Bannermen. I generally like this story. It's silly, but I think it's good. I do love the Sylvester McCoy era though. But I think it's really good. There's a character in it called Ray, and I read up that she was going to be the next companion, but turns out it didn't happen. We have Ace instead. I generally do like Delta and the Bannermen, and I do suggest that you should go and watch it. And I can't remember the actor's name though, but he gave the Doctor and Mel the grand prize. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, guys, for not knowing though. But yeah, Delta and the Bannermen is a good story. I generally do like Delta and the Bannermen. It's just a nice and fun episode, just like the Black Orchid. But yeah, Delta and the Bannermen is a good story in my eyes. Dragonfire, a good 3-parter, good to introduce Ace, my all-time favourite companion from the classic era. I think she's brilliant. I got to meet Sophie Aldridge as well. She was so lovely in person. I think it's a nice 3-parter. Glitz, I believe he's been in Trial of a Time Lord, from what I've been told. I like the ending for Mel. I know Mel's not the best well-known companion. I know she screams a lot. But I actually don't mind Mel, just apart from the screaming. I do agree with you on that though. But But yeah, I think her ending for this is really good. Apparently, from what I heard, Sylvester McCoy actually made the ending speech for Mel. I think he generally made that up himself. So I don't know if that's true though, but it's what I looked it up. So yeah, Dragonfire is a good story, good way to introduce Ace. Remembrance of the Daleks. Now, this is a story from me which goes back to the ages. This was the story that if it wasn't for this story, I don't think all of this would be here, and especially down there because I had to move a few things. This story got me into classic Doctor Who. I absolutely adore Remembrance of the Daleks. It is one of my all-time favourite classic stories of all time. Sylvester McCoy is brilliant. Sophie Aldred is brilliant. I like the reference to an unearthly child. I like how it was kind of like canon in itself, like how it was based back in 1963, how Doctor Who started. I love the quotes in it, unlimited rice pudding, etc., etc. And this is one for you, Charlie. Humans. And I love every great decision creates ripples like a horse borrowed and dropped into a lake. I love all of that. The cafe scene, Ace beating up a Dalek with a baseball bat, that's a classic scene. I love Remembrance of the Daleks. There's nothing bad about it at all. I can watch that every single day and I will never ever get bored of it. So I definitely recommend you get Remembrance of the Daleks all the way. The Happiness Patrol. It's still at my least favourite though, but it was one of my all-time least favourite stories from Sylvester McCoy's era. The Candyman's... I don't really like the Candyman. He's just too childish, too silly. I think the TARDIS being pink was just, and I liked it how I liked it how we got to know the Doctor's real name, like Sigma or something. That was his name back in being on Gallifrey, at the University of the Time Lords. I liked it how the Doctor at the end was just on the stage, just laughing. They can't, you don't know how happy I am to see you, Ace. We are having a ball. I like that bit, but other than that, I'm not a fan of the Happiness Patrol. It's not one that I suggest you should get straight away. Silver Nemesis. This is good. I don't think it should have been the anniversary though. It's good. It's a good Cybermen story though, but again, I don't think it should have been the anniversary story. I think it should have been Remembrance of the Daleks because it looked like that. The budget was more. Looks like it was more for Remembrance of the Daleks than this one. No, I don't think it should have been the anniversary. But other than that, it's a decent story. I liked it how we had a cameo of the Queen in, from what I've been hearing, when the Doctor's, how did I know that woman? It's alright. If you want a Cybermen story, then yeah, why not get it, just for a laugh. Other than that, I think it's alright. It's good, it's decent, but I don't think it should have been the anniversary one. The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Classic. Love it. My second favourite of Sylvester McCoy's stories, plus the first one, Remembrance of the Daleks, obviously. I really liked this one. I think the clowns are really creepy in it. Honestly, I think this story suits the Seventh Doctor because, in a way, Sylvester McCoy was portraying his Doctor like a clown, which I like about his Doctor. I just think it's really creepy. It's really good to watch. If you want another creepy clown story, get The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. I liked it how the Doctor at the end just blew up the circus and he just came out of there like a badass. Yeah, Greatest Show in the Galaxy. It definitely is, and the show is definitely the greatest show in the galaxy. Yeah, brilliant, love it, definitely recommended. Battlefield, it's a great one. I really like Battlefield. It's a nice last story for the Brigadier, for Nicholas Courtney. It's just a shame that he didn't come back in the modern era. It's good to see his daughter though in the modern era, Kate. Yeah, Battlefield's a good story. Definitely recommended. Yeah, it's just brilliant. I love Battlefield. Great. It's just such a great story. Definitely worth getting. And yes, Sylvester's at his best there. So I can say it's just a nice. It's just a nice return for the Brigadier to come back. That's all I can say about it, really. It's just a really good story. Ghostlight. It's not one that I remember that much. I've only watched it once, but it's been a few years back now. I can't say much about it. I remembered it being complicated. That's all I can say. It was just complicated. I definitely need to rewatch it again. Few people like it, few people don't. Yeah, that's all I can say about Ghostlight. I just can't remember much of it. I just remembered that there was a story about Ace when she was 13, I believe. But other than that, I don't remember much about Ghostlight. Sorry, guys. The Curse of Fendrick, I meant to say. Oh, The Curse of Fendrick. It's such a brilliant story. Classic. The greatest thing about it is how the Doctor just betrayed Ace in the end, but he was just using her for his own ends. I just think it is just classic. I love the dark side of the Seventh Doctor in this. It just shows that the Seventh Doctor is awesome and epic. Just shows how dark he can be, and it can just show he's just pretending that he's betraying her, but it's just a bit like a little 12th Doctor. 12th Doctor kind of brings that back. That's why I love the 12th Doctor so much, Peter Capaldi. But honestly, the way he betrays Ace is just unbelievable. I honestly love this story. It's definitely worth getting. I hope this will be recommended to you, because you will never ever get bored of The Curse of Fendrick. It is an absolute Sylvester McCoy classic. Survival. Sadly, the last Doctor Who story from the classic series, which is really sad. But I have to say, the ending for this is it's such a nice ending. It really is. The story is pretty good. I like the story. It's not the best, but I do like it. The Master being in it, he has the cheetah virus. I like. From what I heard, that Ace and this cheetah woman, they're going to turn out to be lesbians, but I don't know if that's completely true. But it's a good story to end the classic era, I think. And I like the bit when the Doctor and the Master start fighting each other. You know, it's like, if we fight like animals, we'll die like animals. And yeah, the ending is just brilliant. Just the way the Doctor and Ace just walk into the forest and say, There are worlds out there where the sky is burning, the seas asleep and the rivers dream. People made of smoke and cities made of song. Someone lives in danger, someone lives in justice, and somewhere the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace, we've got work to do. And that ending is just brilliant. It's just such a great way just to end such a classic, brilliant show. Honestly, it is brilliant, and it's just a shame that we didn't know what happened to Ace. I would like to know. Heard that she studied out at Gallifrey. I don't know if that's completely true, but honestly, it's a brilliant ending to end the classic era. Then it started at 1963 and ended at 1989, and then that was the classic era until a certain movie comes out a few more years later in 1996. Oh, Doctor Who and the movie 1996, starring Paul McGann as the Doctor. It's a good story. I like it. Not many people, and they're not that keen on it though. But so it's just falling over then. Forget I just said that. As I was saying, not many people like it. Some people do, some people don't, and I'm one of those people who do like it. I think Paul McGann's brilliant as the Doctor. I just wish that we had 90s Who back then. We could have had more Paul McGann screen time, but I think we've got Big Finish for that. But Paul is a brilliant Doctor, and I've got the special edition and the Blu-ray version. And I generally really do like the movie. The only disappointment I just don't like about it is Eric Roberts' Master. He's just too American, I think, to play the Master. That's the only thing that probably lets it down. It's just too American. But the way the 7th Doctor regenerates into the 8th Doctor, I just find disturbing. But yeah, it's an alright movie, not amazing, but it's decent. I like it. Paul McGann's just absolutely fantastic in it, and that is the way you end such a classic show. Brilliant, love it so much. So that's it. That's all my classic Who DVDs. I hope you enjoyed it. I would do the modern series, but I'm just too shattered. My arm is killing me now. I would do it though, but I'll wait until when I get series 10 for that. So yeah, I'll wait until then, because if I just do it now, and I'll get series 10 next, it won't. Probably have to do it all over again because I'm awkward like that. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give me a like, and also just to say, I'm on 94 subscribers now. I was on 95 last night, but I've turned back into 94. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining that much. But when I reach 100, I'm thinking about doing a series, a very, very long series. I might do a live reaction to a live video, live stream too. I'm not too sure yet, because I don't know how I actually do one, but I'm sure one of my friends from one of my Doctor Who friends will probably help me out on that. And yeah, I'm planning to do that, but on what series I am planning to do, just tell me in the comments if you think it's a good idea. I'm thinking about binge watching every Doctor Who story, just binge watching them, Unearthly Child to all the way, by the time it's done, all the way up to Twice Upon a Time. So that is a lot to watch. I just want to do something really good, and I think me watching you guys watch me react to every Doctor Who story ever will be brilliant for you guys. I really hope that you'll like this idea. Yeah, do please tell me what you think about this idea. And over and over, I hope you enjoyed this video. It has taken me the last few days to do now. The beginning bit, I did that
last Friday, so it's a bit out of date. I've done 2 videos since then, so the beginning's kind of a bit out of date, but yeah. It's probably one of the most longest videos I've ever done, so I've got a lot of editing to do. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a like, and I shall see you next time. Bye.
Ah, hello. Why not subscribe to Adam Time Lord Fishwick's YouTube channel? It's very good, you know. Goodbye.